lose. Sorry. Shakur has more to lose.
Yes.
He's the undefeated fighter. He's seen as the eventual pound-for-pound champ, potentially. But Teo has more to win. He has more to gain.
Mm-hmm. And I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he's going to train like he's never trained before. Because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date. Even though he's been in some great fights, this is probably the best opponent.
Can't say for certain because there's no certain with Teófimo López. He's one of the most up, down, left, right guys I've ever been around.
Mercurial, we could say. Yes.
But when he is on, he's damn near unbeatable. I mean, he's such a good athlete. He has such a good boxing IQ. He's so physical and explosive.
Let's get this straight from the jump. This fight isn't about belts, rankings, or even money. It's about who walks out still believing their own myth. Shakur Stevenson enters this fight as boxing's cleanest resume. The undefeated technician everyone calls the future pound-for-pound king. And that title comes with a curse perfection has no margin for error. One off night, one misread moment, 1 second of arrogance, and the narrative flips from genius to overrated.
Fighting to protect that perfect record, to protect that kind of sense that he's the next guy. On the other hand, Teo is like he can fight with more abandon against Shakur because there's so much for him to gain. And if he loses, he's lost before. He's lost to Cambodia.
Meanwhile, Teófimo López walks in with scars, chaos, controversy, and something far more dangerous than momentum freedom. Teófimo has already fallen, already been doubted, already been counted out, which means he can swing without fear, and fearlessness is lethal when mixed with power. The pros keep circling back to the same uncomfortable truth. Shakur is defending an image, not just a record. He's the safe pick, the smart boxer, the guy fans respect more than they fear. And history shows us that fighters protecting an aura sometimes fight not to lose instead of fighting to dominate. That's the pressure Shakur carries not from Teófimo's fists, but from expectations. Because when you're undefeated and hyped as the next great technician, winning isn't enough anymore. You have to win beautifully. You have to make it look easy. And that pressure can tighten even the loosest shoulders. Here's the thing analysts keep repeating like a warning label.
Shakur, yeah, my first mind tells me Shakur, and I thought about it, yeah, I'm picking Shakur by decision, but because this is fighting, anything can happen, you can't count Teo out. So there is thoughts sometimes that cross my brain, like damn, what if Teo catch him like a little good though, you know what I mean, and hurt him? Or what if he just out hustling? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of shit that crossed my mind, but I still like Shakur for the dub. I like Shakur for the dub because he knows how to win. Like he knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? And he's always prepared to win. So, and I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he's gonna train like he's never trained before. Because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date. Even though he's been in some great fights, this is probably the best opponent. You know what I mean? And Teo, same for Teo. So when it's like that, when you put Magic and Bird together, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of situation it is. Magic Johnson was nice, but Larry Bird was nice. You put them together, you get a nice game. You know what I mean? So you put these two together, you get a nice fight.
Is this one of the fights that we're going to remember historically? Like, is this a, you know,
it's
19. It's 19. When did Leonard and Hearns first fight? Is this one of them?
That shit was like 87 or some shit. Yeah,
it's 19.
Like 87 or something.
No, it had to be earlier than that, right?
84 maybe.
One? Yeah, like
I don't know, because he was in the 76 Olympics. Well, no, 70.
Wasn't it 78?
No, they ain't fighting 78.
No, I'm saying 78 Olympics, wasn't he?
Teófimo is at his most dangerous when people don't believe in him. He doesn't thrive in stability, he thrives in disorder. Doubt sharpens him. Chaos centers him. When people start questioning his focus, his discipline, his sanity, that's when he shows up explosive, violent, and brilliant. He doesn't fight rhythms, he breaks them. And Shakur, for all his brilliance, thrives on rhythm, control, and predictability. Teófimo doesn't just want to win rounds, he wants to ruin patterns. Yes, boxing purists will tell you this is a technical masterclass waiting to happen. Footwork, distance, timing, feints, and they're right. But what makes this fight terrifying is that one mistake changes everything. Shakur is surgical, but surgery fails if the patient suddenly flips the table.
Of boxing on this side of the world. You know, listen, there's nothing like the Garden. We've both fought there many times. I fought in the big room. There's nothing like the Garden. Just the vibe, like you said, champ, that's around that. And this fight is deserving to be here. It's that good of a fight. It's that big a fight, and especially like I said, like the health of American boxing. This is one of the best fights that can be made, and putting it in the Garden just makes too much sense.
But the idea of the turmoil, the eyes on it, the spectacle, the circus. Chris, you talked about the idea that Teófimo López kind of lives in this. That's where he flourishes. That's what he loves. This idea that because there's so many eyeballs on it, it's going to be kind of a circus. Does that favor Teófimo a little bit when you look at the strategy? Yes, no?
I'm going to say well, I can't say for certain because there's no certain with Teófimo López. He's one of the most up, down, left, right guys I've ever
Mercurial,
been around. Yeah,
we could say.
I mean,
yes.
But when he is on, he's damn near unbeatable. I mean, he's such a good athlete. He has such a good boxing IQ. He's so physical and explosive. And again, I've said this on past shows. I've called him many times for Top Rank, been around fight weeks. And it just seems to me, the more out of sorts he seems, the more back against the wall it looks like, the more that he's an underdog, the better he performs. And this could be that kind of situation. New York is a tough place, man. They're already gibbering, going back and forth, saying like, you know, he reps Brooklyn, but there's kind of questions about his Brooklyn roots. Can he really rep Brooklyn in the way that he says he can? So he's already getting that heat for that. I don't know. It might be a good thing to kind of poke the bear in terms of how well Teófimo is going to show up.
Paulies, that's a huge. You're from Brooklyn. That's a big insult to say that you're not really from Brooklyn.
Insult him a little bit.
Insult him a little bit. Insult him.
But I'll tell you what. There's so many thoughts in my head with this situation because Teófimo is at his most dangerous when he's counted out. And
Teófimo doesn't need to outbox Shakur for 12 rounds. He needs one perfectly timed explosion, one counter, one overcommitment, one moment where Shakur assumes safety that isn't there. And that's why every pro says the same thing, Shakur should win. But nobody feels comfortable saying it confidently. This fight doesn't happen in silence. It happens under the lights of Madison Square Garden, a place that doesn't reward caution, it rewards moments. And that matters, because Teófimo feeds off noise, attention, and pressure. The bigger the stage, the louder the crowd, the more eyes on him, the more dangerous he becomes. Shakur, meanwhile, prefers quiet dominance, precision, calm, control. The Garden doesn't always respect that.
Of course, I'm talking about Shakur.
$4 million.
Ooh, we didn't get into Shakur.
Oh, yeah, I want to see like entertainment, and then pay the man for that entertainment.
Well,
you know,
I got that to be.
I give it all different kind of traits of skills. I mean, even Andre Ward, someone that's like an analyst, like a perfectionist in boxing, like his IQ is high. He was even the commentator, like he was surprised how I did that jab where it was like a Superman punch to Josh Taylor, a guy that's undisputed and everything, and just made it look so easy. I bring so many things. I even brought a George Foreman combination now because that's everything. Everything is everything. Like I go back in time because that's where my future is at. And so like as far as like retirement and stuff, honestly, man, sometimes.
And if the crowd starts reacting to Teófimo's aggression, even if he's missing momentum, it becomes psychological before it becomes physical. Many pros lean toward Shakur by decision, and that sounds safe. Until you unpack what that really means. It means they expect Shakur to survive Teófimo's storms, not erase him. It means they believe Shakur's discipline can outlast danger, but not neutralize it completely. A decision win implies tension, risk, moments where things could have gone wrong. And that's not comforting when you're fighting a man whose entire career is built on turning close moments into chaos. A decision fight is exactly where Teófimo wants you. Teófimo doesn't talk like a man chasing hype. He talks like someone chasing respect. He openly studies past greats, steals old-school combinations, blends them with modern explosiveness, and refuses to box safe. His belief is simple. Elite fighters deserve elite stages, elite pay, and elite opponents. And this fight isn't just about beating Shakur, it's about proving that excitement and intelligence don't have to be opposites. Teófimo wants to be dangerous and clever, wild and calculated. And if that version shows up,
I think Devin Haney's setting the trend. Devin Haney's setting the trend, yeah. Yep, he's setting the trend. Now all these young guys starting to test themselves against each other now. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We want to see who the best is, yo. And then the winner of this fight right here needs to fight Devin Haney. Why not? Why not? Keep it going. Keep it going. But anyways, look, this is a message, man. Anybody that's gonna be working that hard, y'all better make sure y'all do y'all damn homework. I'm talking about any commentators, any host, anybody. Do your damn homework, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because this not gonna be one of them fights where it's gonna be rock 'em, sock 'em, both guys hitting each other and stuff like that. No, it's gonna be small, little nuancey type of things that if you don't know what you watching, you can't tell us what the hell is going on. All the fans at home gonna be like, what's going on? You know? That they don't have the knowledge that you supposed to have to give us some food for our damn thoughts. So do your damn homework on this, okay? Oh, that go for everybody that's gonna be calling this fight, because there's every offense that, or every type of any offense that's gonna be landed, it's gonna have to be earned or set up. Both these guys are intelligent, right? Teófimo López, explosive as hell. He's smart as well. Shoot, you gotta remember, this man was the first man to beat Lomachenko. Yeah, well before Haney. Yeah, So, look, check this out. And you already know Shakur Stevenson. You know what he bringing to the ring. Defense first. Yep, defense first. You ain't getting nothing. I'm gonna get mine when I get mine and when I want to get mine, but you ain't getting nothing. So look, y'all might perceive this fight as being boring and this and that. This gonna be one hell of a technical battle.
That's the version nobody wants to deal with. Behind the scenes, Shakur isn't acting like this is business as usual. He knows exactly what's at stake. This isn't just another title defense. This is the fight that decides how history remembers him. Technician or superstar, defensive wizard or generational icon. He's training with urgency, not comfort. Respecting Teófimo enough to prepare like he's never prepared before, because Shakur understands something fans sometimes forget. Beating chaos requires obsession. You don't casually outthink a man who doesn't play by the rules. Here's where the pros get almost annoyed. Casual fans expecting fireworks might miss the brilliance unfolding right in front of them. This won't be reckless trading. It'll be traps, feints, adjustments, moments where nothing happens because everything is happening mentally.
Looking in, that he was pushed ahead of you. He was getting the fights that you would. You were calling for Loma. He got Loma.
Yeah.
You wanted other guys. He was getting other guys. Did you see him as a future foe? Because at one point you were 2 divisions ahead of him.
I think that everything just plays out the way it does, and eventually we was gonna end up meeting up with each other eventually. I think that that's how it works, right? When 2 greats collide, you're bound to see a great fight. So I never seen any jealousy in my part with him. I mean, for crying out loud, he fought for Team USA, he got a silver medal. And,
not during them times though,
and
bro.
The whole thing
not
was
during them
pushed.
times. I'm speaking on the times where I felt like you had a push start. You got the you used to be ahead of me far as like you was the code on Terrence Crawford card. I was underneath. Then you got the opportunity to fight with Lomachenko. And after that, I felt like I kind of got pushed more than you, and you felt some type of way about the way that I was pushed more than you when it came down to ESPN. I remember you saying a little comment with the ESPN only like black fighters and all that kind of stuff. And when you said that, I kind of felt like it was a shot at me. So
what the hell? That's where we're going. ESPN only likes black fighters. I don't remember that. But all right, let's take it there then. Shit, what we saying, Tio? They only watching the black fighters over at ESPN?
I felt like it was a little bit of jealousy.
No, I just didn't give enough. That's all. Cool. I just didn't give enough about it at all.
Yeah, but when you said in the comments, you said something there. It was something you said at that time. That was something. It was the way you felt, right?
Nah, I just pushed the movement that I felt like we was taking over as we are now.
Like I said, I think you're the truth. I know I'm the truth, and can't wait to see it.
Yo, Shakur is showing them teeth off, son. Now that he got that gap fixed, Shakur is showing them shits off. That man's smiling. That man, you know what I'm saying? Just throwing them teeth out there. And he should. Everybody giving Shakur stick about fixing his gap in his teeth. Y'all would do the same shit. Just because J. Cole got on a song and talked about how he never fixed his gap in his tooth and he wanted to remain himself or whatever, I'm not with that. If you got something like that where, you know what I'm saying, you got the saloon doors in the middle, gums with no teeth, you want to push the shits together, you know what I'm saying, you want to bring the whole family together, I'm not mad at that at all. But Shakur is flexing them, you know what I'm saying?
Now, Shakur, you, judging by the recent CompuBox numbers, you're #1 by a mile as far as fighters
Shakur's defense isn't passive, it's denial. Teófimo's pressure isn't reckless, it's probing. Every clean punch will be earned, every exchange intentional. This is the kind of fight where ignorance calls it boring, and knowledge calls it beautiful violence. No matter how this ends, someone's narrative changes forever. If Shakur wins clean, he confirms everything people believe about him, but the risks being labeled great, not exciting. If Teófimo pulls the upset, he doesn't just beat Shakur, he detonates the hierarchy. This isn't about who's better on paper. It's about who survives identity collapse when Plan A stops working. Boxing pros aren't excited because this fight is predictable, they're excited because it isn't. This is discipline versus disorder, control versus eruption. And those are the fights that echo long after the bell. So don't blink, don't judge early, and don't confuse silence with safety. Because when Shakur Stevenson and Teófimo López step into that ring, one of boxing's cleanest illusions is about to be stress tested. And chaos doesn't need a permission to win. This isn't just a fight, it's a psychological experiment with gloves on.